Hey guys, Bubfish here on the BunchaSquares SMP, and welcome to episode 10. Wow, 10 of this season, season 2. And boy oh boy, do I have plans for today's episode. Do I ever? So, yeah, let's just jump right on into it. The first thing that we're going to want to do right off the bat is sell a bunch of melons and pumpkins to this guy. And then, of course, you just come over here and convert it either all into bricks or into quartz or into whatever you really want. I've been doing a lot of this off screen since the last episode because I do have a plan this time around. You know what, I'll get a few bricks, why not? So after a quick session there of converting emeralds and whatnot, as you can see, I've gone up to level 73, which is quite a bit up. Yeah. So I'm coming over here to the shopping area. I was actually here a little bit earlier doing some prep work, and you might be able to tell, but the roads are nearing completion quite a bit more than they were. Can't really tell in this section because I was almost done with it already, but if you come over here... oh, yeah, so we have the armor stand data pack that you can pose the armor stands with. I'm sure you know that. And the button to get the book that allows you to do stuff with the armor stands, yeah, it's over there. And Hollow Knight decided to take down the village. You know, let me just fly up and over there because it's kind of funny. But Hollow Knight decided to take down the village that was here and has instead built a giant armor stand. I feel like this armor stand needs some clothes, though, and that might be a project for later. Anyway, so if we're coming down here, and we're landing, yeah. So, obviously, we've got these shops that I've been working on. Nothing's really in them right now, and I kind of wanted to get back into this spawn area and maybe finish it up a little bit, clean it up. And see where we can go with that. Obviously, some of this area was taken up with other buildings, so I won't be able to expand it as initially planned, which is fine. Little annoying, but it's okay. It's okay. This area is going to probably stay mostly as it is. However, I have wrapped the road around most of this now all the way up to the Ravager. Then that should be good. That should be good for right now. And then we can start building more shop fronts. And why are we needing more shop fronts again? What's the purpose of all this? Well, I will tell you once I've slept. I'll be right back. So I got to thinking after last episode that I really want BunchaSquares to continue to be super awesome and cool and fun and unique. And it's just kind of stagnating right now, right? So I'm going to do sort of a mid-season reset. I really feel like this world, it's just barely scraping its potential. There's so many cool things that are yet to be built here. And like just looking around at Spawn, there's so much to be done here. There's so many shops that can go in here, so many profits to be made, you know, all that sort of thing. So I want to finish expanding certain things, and over here you can see I've got supplies for, well, all sorts of things, really. But most importantly, for today's purposes, I want to be building a new building right back here, and this was kind of always meant to be the space reserved for the biggest, most imposing building down here at the end of the road, the cul-de-sac. And it is going to be the final home this season. It's already gone through, what, 3 different buildings? 3 different rebuilds? But ShellCorp. This is not up to ShellCorp standards. This space is not nearly as... well, it's not nearly as unique as Season 1's was. And it's just kind of... I kind of threw it together sort of like, oh yeah, well, I'll fix it up eventually. And I just never have gotten around to it. So today we are going to go forward building a building with the express intention of using it for ShellCorp. But we're also going to keep this aesthetic, so this road kind of feels like it's, you know, all cohesive. Also, just a side note, I have this little tavern back here. This is going to eventually be sort of like a back alley tavern. And I think Hollow Knight is going to take that space. Like, I don't have plans for this space. Or this space. Or this space. But if people want them, they are there for the taking. Anyway, so let's get in with building the new home of ShellCorp. Alright, so we're doing good getting the shell of the building started here. I think it's looking quite good, actually. So basically the idea is there are going to be 2 doors. There's going to be one here and one over here. And it's going to be a symmetrical build for the most part. Interior-wise, I'm not sure. I think I might switch it up a little bit. But yeah, this is a good start. Good start. And let me know what you think of the banners. I think those are going to be the official ShellCorp banners going forward. I really like them. The globe pattern is just awesome. In fact, that is going to be one of the new items that we are going to be selling in the improved ShellCorp structure there. So, yeah, I'm going to sleep and get right back into it. Oh, yeah, that's starting to look really good. I'm laying out the floor on the inside right now. And the one thing that's going to kind of bottleneck this a little bit is getting enough of the colored terracotta. Yeah, that's a little frustrating, that's a little difficult, but I do have somebody who sells that to me, so I should be able to get large enough quantities eventually to finish out the floor here. Problem is, this is going to be a 2 or 3 story building by the time it's all done, so we'll have to see. I might change up the flooring ideas, but okay, so now what I need to decide is if I want to actually make these windows colored stained glass, and I think I do. So I grab myself some dyes. Let's check and see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I've always kind of the one thing that bugs me here is that little open air section on these windows. I've always kind of hoped that they would be able to do something to get glass panes on stairs like that. Because otherwise your windows always kind of wind up looking pretty square. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to roll with that color choice and with that empty space there and call it good enough. That's fine by me. Yeah. You know what? I like it. So, alright. Now I think I'm going to sort of lay out the floor plan for the interior and get that figured out. So I will be right back once I've got that squared away. Okay, everybody, halt the presses. I just got an amazing phone call. And this doesn't have anything to do with Minecraft, but I just wanted to pass this along because this is super exciting. Big news for me. I just got accepted into a law school. Yes. I was sitting here building, I got a phone call, and yes, it's super exciting. We'll see. Might not be my first pick down the line, and we'll see how other schools respond, but this is huge news, and it would be a full free ride scholarship. Yes, for 3 years. I am over the moon. This absolutely... Wait, hold on. Now I'm over the moon. Do you see that at the bottom of the screen? I'm over it. Yeah, so, yes, big news, and you are some of the first to hear about it, so that is phenomenal. I'm gonna get on with building this, but I'm, like, day made. This thing could turn out to be a lump of charcoal for all I care, because my day is made. Alrighty, so I'm finishing up some touches here. This is gonna definitely need more light blue terracotta. And yeah, I was right. There's a bit of a bottleneck going on, because I can only get so much terracotta from that villager. However, look at how many levels I have. I just keep going up in level the longer I do this project, which is fine by me. And since emeralds are practically free, it's basically, I can convert a melon or a pumpkin into a block of terracotta. And I still have a ton of emeralds left, so that should be easy enough to do. But it looks like I'm all out of the light blue terracotta, so I'm going to have to go and get some more. Yay! And as you can see down here, we've still got quite a ways to go before I can get enough blue terracotta. which makes me wonder if I should make something else decorative. Yeah, I see those guys over there. I'm staying away from them because I don't want to deal with them right now. But really, yes, I'm very pleased with the way this build is going on. I'm enthusiastic today. If you couldn't tell, this is all sorts of cool. And yes, we have a second story that's going to be going in here. And I think the main showroom, obviously it's going to be down here and up these stairs, this area here. All the stuff with the regular blue terracotta is going to be the stuff where is going to be the space where product is actually going to be. The rest of the build, well, these are kind of pathways, aren't they? They're sort of, to guide people through. So I decided I was tired of waiting for the villager to spit out more blue concrete or terracotta, so I am out here in a mesa biome collecting a bunch of plain terracotta to dye. So, yeah, I will be right back as soon as I've collected enough. I want to make sure that I have plenty for the floors of this place, so I'm just going to collect the rest of my inventory's worth, and yeah, then I will head back to spawn and continue my work. You know what, it always kind of floors me how rarely I wind up using terracotta. I love the texture of terracotta, and just the tones, the more earthy tones to give it a bit more of a muted feel. I think it looks really, really good. So coming down here, the storefront is looking quite good for ShellCorp. You come in here, you got these little pathways, you've got kind of these little highlight areas where you can stand and look around. I'll have different displays up of the different things ShellCorp sells, and I am going to be expanding by quite a bit the repertoire of things that ShellCorp sells. I have to say I think the blue terracotta is pulling off some really nifty patterns down here on the ground floor, but if you come outside, I think this is the real shining star right now, this outside area. Look at that. I've pushed it forward a little bit so there's a bit of an overlap out on the roadway, and you kind of get this overhanging look. But it doesn't go out too far, so it should be just fine, and it should look really nice from the inside too. Basically what I'm hoping here is you get up on this second floor, there's the last few items, and I'm thinking of returning ShellCorp to its former glory and selling shell-related items. That is, shulker shells, which I already have shulker boxes for sale, so I'll just do that. But shulker shells and turtle shell pieces, or whatever those are, scoots, and turtle shell helmets, and nautilus shells. The three big shells in the game. I might even sell eggs at some point down the line, just because egg shells. Yeah, this is looking quite good, and this is going to lead up to a third level, which is probably going to have maybe one or two items, but also going to have offices, or an office, and sort of a rooftop garden area maybe. Something that you can just take a break from your busy shopping schedule and go and sit on the roof of ShellCorp and just look out into the distance, or maybe even look in on the shopping area here and hopefully have a nice view once this is all said and done. So I Am on Fire has come over here to check out my progress on construction so far. Yeah, there's a lot of shop space. I've kind of gone a bit, over the top with this thing. It is looking a little bit crazy if I swoop down here. Yeah, that is looking a bit mental, but I love it, and I think I'll have enough items sold in this shop to fill up every available space. So that's really good. Plus, offices over there, and a nice, mall, balcony, garden area up top as well for people to just kind of sit and relax and, maybe have a meeting up there or something. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yep, he's just watching me now. That's cool. But yes, I think progress is being made, and it's being made in a big way. Well, guys, I've got to say that the new and improved ShellCorp's headquarters is looking much, much better. But it's definitely taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. I've got all the walls mostly done on the inside. A little bit of detail work still needs to be done. I need to replace some more blocks with andesite. This is andesite? No, this is granite. What am I saying? Yeah, I need to replace some more of this with granite. both varieties, and spread it out throughout the interior. But yes, for the most part, this is kind of the floor plan I wanted. 2 stories in the main shop area, a little bit of shopping space up here, room for offices and desks. I think that's what's going in here to help run the company. And then over here we will have sort of this open air patio type thing. It's so weird. I look over here and every time I'm like, what is an armor stand doing there? What is a little armor stand doing sitting on my balcony? But of course it's not that. It's giant. It's ridiculous. Whoa, did you just see those things pop in? That was crazy. Okay, so I am going to take a break here, I think, and probably end the episode and focus on getting a little bit more of this done off screen. And then hopefully next episode we will wrap up this project and get ShellCorp up and running and bigger and better than ever before. So until next time, this has been this time, that will be that time, and I will see you then. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, leave a whatever you feel like leaving. So, yeah, I will catch you next time. Bye!